Math is easy. With every prince we do some math. With every prince.
Hi everyone, let's look at these problems under quadratic equation. So how do we solve these problems under quadratic equation? It's already quadratic equation and we are asked to solve each of them, and we have just two problems to solve. Now let's go. First of all, you factorize this, and also here we factorize. So in this type of problem, what we do is to first factorize. After the factorization, we equate to 0 in order to find our unknown value. So let's do it. So here we look for two numbers that will multiply. Okay, first of all, here is a coefficient of 1. This s squared has just a coefficient of 1. So because the coefficient is just 1, what we will do is, there's no need of saying the coefficient multiplies the last, that multiplies the constant. So it's very simple here. What we'll just do is look for two numbers that will multiply to give us 6. What are the two numbers that will multiply to give us 6? What are they? What and what are we going to multiply to give us this positive 6 here? We have just we have 1 times 6. 1 times 6 will give us 6. Also 2 times 3 will give us 6. Also negative of it, 2 minus 2 times minus 3 will also give us negative 6. And here is also the negative. Minus 1 times minus 6 will also give us positive 6. Now, among all these factors we got here, which of them are we going to add to give us this positive 5? If we add this and this, we'll get negative 7, so this is out. If we add this and this, we get positive 7, so this is out. If we add this and this, we'll get a positive 5. Okay, we'll get positive 5 here. If we add this and this, we'll get negative 5. So this one satisfies what we are looking for. That is why we'll be using positive 2 and positive 3. Both positive. Now let's clean up so that, remember, we are using positive 2 and positive 3. So let's wipe off so that we can now continue. We are using plus 2 and plus 3. So what we do, having gotten the factors, what we do is to just build our boats. Break this x here, because square root of x squared is x, so we put one of the x here, put 1 here. Then these numbers we got here, we put 1 here plus 2, and then the other one plus 3. And cross breed, not cross multiply. This is pointing at this and this is pointing at this. Now when we open up the bracket, our bracket, we'll be having x is pointing at this, that is x plus 3. Then for the other one, x is pointing at 2, that is x plus 2. Okay, now we can write it here, down here. So we have x plus 3 into x plus 2. That is what we got after the factorization. This is now in factorized form, and then we equate it to 0. Now we continue solving. We take one of the terms here and equate to 0. X plus 3 equals 0. Also x plus 2 equals 0. So we equate both terms to 0. So now let's continue solving. X plus 3 is 0. Then x equals 0. This plus will cross with sign of equality and becomes minus. Therefore x here is minus 3. Also here, x equals 0. This will cross sign of equality and becomes minus 2. Therefore x here is minus 2. So the value of x, the values of x can either be minus 3 or minus 2. So that is the solution to this first problem. Now let's go on with the second one. So here we have y squared minus 16. We also factorize as in this one. But remember here, what we have here is difference of two squares. So it's even easier and simpler than the first one. So what you just do is to build your two booths, find the square root of y squared, and that's you put them separately, y and y. Then find the square root of minus find the square root of 16. Square root of 16 is 4. Then 1 will be minus and 1 will be plus, so plus 4 and then minus 4, because in difference of two squares, one bracket is always plus while the other is minus. Now we crossbreed, and in our bracket we have y plus 4 into y minus 4. Then we equate to 0 because we are solving completely. Here we have y plus 4 equals 0. Also, in the second term, we have y minus 4 equals 0. Now we have y equals 0. This is plus, coming to this side becomes minus. Also here, y equals 0. This is minus, crossing sign of equality becomes plus. So y can either be minus 4 or positive 4. This is our answer for the second problem. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to this channel so that you get notifications for other interesting topics like this.